Hi team, welcome back. I just want to do a real quick video on basically a shot flow chart that I use during a match and all that sort of stuff. So we've got a match coming up in 2 days, which is the Queensland match. And I thought I'd quickly just go through the shot process that I use. I've done it as in a flow chart is because instead of trying to remember keywords that may not be along the same lines as how I process each shot in the way of which order I do certain things. So I've done it in a way where it just flows on and I'm not trying to think of keywords to make me remember what I've got to try to do during that part of the sequence. So I've sort of incorporated a combination of keywords and fundamentals. So it's basically a fundamentals checklist as well. So the first one we're going to go through quickly is alignment. So basically I've done it in a way where it doesn't matter whether I'm shooting a barricade stage or I'm taking an LR shot and it's going to be a time delay or something like that. So alignment is basically going to be the first thing I do, where I align rifle to target, body to target, and if I'm on a barricade I'm lining up to the target, and that way when I nestle in and start doing test and adjust and stuff like that, I'm only going to be making minor movements to try find my natural point of aim and settle in for the shot. The same for if you're shooting a prone LR shot, drop down, rifle to target and body to target. As soon as you get down, you're going to be in a good position, a good starting position basically. So you're setting a decent standard for yourself to roll on to the next part. The next one is going to be optic or scope. So if I'm shooting the PRS skill stage, I'm on the barricade, I've aligned myself to the target, rifles to the target. Next I'm going to be dealing with my data, or basically anything in conjunction with my scopes. I'm going to be checking parallax, I'm going to be checking if I've doped the turret correctly. I'm going to be start focusing on the wind call, stuff like that. So anything to do with my scope, directly there in front of me, that's what I'm going to be accounting for now. The same with if I'm taking an LR shot, I'm going to be ranging the target and adding it to my scope and starting to think about my breathing and my wind call. From there, I am going to go into natural point of aim. So basically this is where I'm going to start doing my test and adjust. So I've settled into the bag on the barricade. I've aligned myself. I've now added my data on that to my scope. Now I'm going to nestle in, start working on my breathing and finding my natural point of aim. So if I've aligned myself correctly to start with, I've got a good foundation to just make minor movements and I'm going to be pretty much there. It's just a matter of nestling into your bag and finding where you're going to settle in with your wobble and eliminating as much wobble as possible. If you're down in the prone position, this is where you're going to be testing, adjusting, getting that good shoulder engagement and basically getting your natural point of aim and starting to work into the next bit, which is going to be your breathing cycle. So this here, I start incorporating this into my natural point of aim because obviously you're going to be working on your breathing and finding out where your respiratory pauses are going to fit in line with the shot and how much breath error you've got for that particular shot as well. The next one is going to be your follow through. So this here is going to be nice easy trigger, pull straight back, break the shot, and you'll know straight away if you've got a natural point of aim and your alignment's correct because you're going to be able to spot that shot and the reticle's going to drop straight back on target for a quick follow-up shot. The follow through, you really want to make sure that your scope magnification is in a good range where you can spot your shot. You might be in a really shitty position where you're going to have to manipulate certain marksmanship principles to allow you to get an accurate shot off, so you'll have to give or take some. In that instance, you're going to wind that mag back, which is going to give you a bigger field of view. So if you can't sit there and interact with the butt of your rifle correctly in a manner that will allow you to get a good sight picture, lean into it and spot your shot, you're going to have to find out where you're going to have to compromise that bit. So this here is basically how my brain wants to process each shot when I get down. So I'm not thinking. You'll see a lot of stuff on YouTube these days where they just repeat a lot of the military terms, but they don't say it in an order in which your brain wants to process each shot. So this here just comes naturally for me. I've just done it in a flowchart type of manner where as soon as I get down alignment, I'm going to go straight into my optic because it's the next thing my brain wants to process. From there, I'm going to nestle in, test and adjust, find my natural point of aim. From there, I'm going to start thinking of my breathing before I take the shot, and then I'm going to be looking through my scope once I break that trigger off and try and get a good follow through, which is going to tell me everything I need to know, where I messed up along here, any adjustments I may need to take, because the follow through is going to be incorporating everything in here. If your follow through is crap, you're going to start looking at these two things here. In line with your breath. So hopefully this helps. You're going to see me doing a video on this as well shortly. It's basically just to give you guys an understanding of the thought process that I do, and you can just make your own flowchart up and start practicing that. So yeah, hopefully that helped someone out. We'll be doing, like I said, a video on this and actually doing it in real time and talking through each part of the process. And that way you'll see exactly what it looks like in real time. So, all right guys, hope that helped, and hopefully I'll see you at the match this weekend. So if not, get along to one of these matches, get on to us if you want any info on them, and yeah, I'll catch you next time.